privacy, I'll keep it hush, hush. I'll stay down low for you. I like when it's just you and me, I'll keep it hush, 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 baby. I know you love your... Hey guys, it's Courtney
and Lex,
and you're listening to The Pleasure's All Yours. If you've never listened to us before, we are a podcast all about centering pleasurable experiences for the Black and queer community. This is a space for us to laugh, to learn, and to grow together and really just discuss how the pleasure is.
All yours.
It's all yours, baby.
Yeah.
What's up, Lex?
Not much, bitch. It's Sunday. Here we are again. Really wrapping it up for our NY trip because it is literally right around the corner.
Literally 48 hours.
48 hours. And yeah, just really excited. Yeah, bitch, that's it.
Really? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I finally, me and Red finally had at least a night and a morning.
Mm-hmm. Love that, yeah.
Where
Rare.
it was nothing to do. I got fired. So technically I put my 2 weeks in, as we said last episode, and these white motherfuckers came in and were like, we filled your position, so you can just go. And I was like,
literally the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen, witnessed. Soon, maybe we'll have a little story time.
So maybe we'll have a story time, and maybe we'll title it. And maybe I'll recruit some guest stars to also come and be like,
let's be messy.
Yeah.
Yes. But Lex, it seems like I just want to let you know that everything's lining up. This is really the best thing that could have happened so far, it seems like. Mm-hmm. So.
And I've really been chilling, and I've applied to a million jobs. So there's really nothing I can do besides wait now. Because how many jobs can you apply for before it's too many? Because I feel like I've applied for so many. But I already had a couple interviews, so it's fine. But yeah, I it's just been nice to sit and not have to think about, oh shit, I have to go to work in the morning, and
especially before a trip like this.
Yeah, so it's just nice.
For a while.
Yeah, exactly. And I spent Friday and Saturday with Red, and we got brunch on Saturday. Mm-hmm. That was really nice. We had amazing sex all weekend.
Yes,
that was fab. I love that.
Yum.
Yeah, that was fab. And yeah, that's been pretty much it. She's going to be hanging out in my house for the next couple days, and she's going to drop me off before the trip.
Okay. Ooh, love that. Oh, yeah. Okay, love that. I was like, is she going to take us to the airport? No, but I see what you mean.
No, yeah,
You're going to drop me off here.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
No, bitch, we're going together.
Yeah, we're going to Uber there.
We're going to
get a little drunk.
Yeah.
I don't know, bitch, because it's no, if you get here at 8, I'm going to be unlocking the door from my bed.
And that's fine.
Okay. And then you will be getting in the bed. And
yeah.
We'll wake up. Okay.
That was the plan. I literally was like, I'm going to get there. I'm going to go back to sleep for a couple hours.
Yeah. And
then we're going to wake up, and then we're going to go. Because everything's going to already be packed and ready.
Okay, perfect.
Because everything's already packed and ready.
For Lex.
Oh.
As soon as we get done with this, I will be packing as well, bitch. Okay?
Yeah. I just knew I was bringing the carry-on. So I was like, let me just make sure all of my shit is ready. And I'm sorry, the checked bag.
Okay.
And then my carry-on, I can put whatever I forgot.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like.
How are you? How was your weekend?
It was good.
Yeah.
I had a great weekend.
Yeah.
Also filled with a lot of great sex.
Yes,
and a lot of good food and good company.
Yes.
So I had a fabulous weekend. I really want to say how refreshed I am on Sunday. I was really having a really shitty week.
Yeah.
I was having Lex is the one that got fired, so I'm not even trying to, can't, if that had happened also to me, I would have just disintegrated. But I had just had a shitty week, and it's also, the retrograde just started, and the eclipse season, all that bullshit. So and I'm PMSing, so I really feel everything right now.
Yeah.
And
water sign also.
Yeah. And this is the first weekend that I didn't have to work. So I got to spend a night and a morning. And I went to their house 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. And we got our toes done. And we just made a day. We went to Deep Ellum. We went downtown to look at the AT&T Discovery. Y'all, These TikToks be making shit seem like it's gonna be like, I live here, okay? So I didn't expect much, but by the TikToks, I'm like, oh, the AT&T Discovery District, it's so cool, it's so like high tech.
Yeah.
Bitch, they just got a little fancy ass AT&T store.
Oh,
like,
okay.
there's really nothing else there.
So you have to spend money.
You don't. Yeah, you spend money for parking. I would say that. Yeah, you have to spend money
yeah.
for parking.
Okay.
But then we went to Oni, and
We love Oni
I fucking
ramen.
love Oni.
Fucking love Oni ramen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit, that shit's good.
Remember when we went to Oni ramen
Wow,
the first day we ever met?
Oh my God, wow. Not me having flashbacks to your dress.
Oh
Crazy.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the day that started and solidified it all.
Okay, truly. We wouldn't be here without Oni ramen.
Hey, sponsor us.
Hey. Anyway, yeah, we got the fuck out of Deep Ellum around 7:00 because I just started looking around. I said,
There's a lot of niggas gathering.
Like, unfortunately, that was really my energy.
Yeah.
I was like, there's like a lot.
There's just
of niggas.
after a certain time, you just don't go to Deep Ellum. Like they keep an ambulance circling like all night.
They have a DPD down, like a little DPD room
Yeah.
or whatever down there now, which I thought was kind of crazy, but honestly needed.
It's just too crazy down there.
And what makes it crazy is not the fact that there's like black men. To me, it's the fact that there's only black men. Like, there's really not a lot of like girls. There's like, you'll see them in groups, but I did not see a whole lot of girls just walking around. And I was just like, that's just is like too much testosterone, like in one place. I don't know.
And
I've
niggas
been
will
seeing
nigga.
stories. Yeah.
And niggas will
I'm
nigga
good.
sometimes.
So I got the fuck out of there. And then, yeah, I had some really great sex. Woke up this morning. God, this nigga ate my pussy for like 45 minutes. That was it. That was it. And then I was like begging for more, and he was like, see you later. And that was hot too. I really liked that. Yeah. And then we had brunch and got $5 espresso martinis. I had a fucking great weekend, and I don't fucking work tomorrow. So I'm going to have a great tonight and a great week with my friend in NYC. I'm fucking ready, bitch. Okay?
Yeah. Literally just building up the energy to forget that we have things. Just forget. Like, just for those days.
I deserve 10 days to like.
I'm
not
taking
worry
my
about
SIM
everything.
card out.
Yes.
Like my SD memory card, it's out. I'm leaving it at home in a lockbox.
As we should.
Yeah.
That's a great fucking idea.
Absolutely. So, what's our fun fact today?
Bitch. Okay. When in doubt, animal fuck it out. So,
okay.
So today we have another animal sexual fun fact for you. If you don't think there's others, I will always find another one for you guys.
Absolutely.
Whether you like it or not, if you don't, hit that 15-second skip twice, bitch.
Yeah,
or
bye.
don't. Fuck you. Anyway. So today we'll be talking about alligators.
Okay.
If you guys ever wondered what an alligator penis was, have you ever wondered what an alligator penis looks like?
I haven't. You know, there's some animals that I just assume that they don't have sex.
Okay, and alligators is one of those. They just appear.
They lay eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, maybe it's like salmon and they just got to get close and like release some juice into the water or whatever.
That's what happens to salmon.
I think something like that. I don't know.
I'm going to have to do some research on that for my next animal fun fact.
Because, you know, I'm thinking of it and I'm thinking of that Futurama episode where they talked about the life cycle of salmon.
Okay.
But
they seem pretty like...
Yeah, but then they made the characters salmon and like, you know... It was the actual how they go upriver and everything.
I might have to do some research on that, for real.
Just watch the Futurama.
Okay, I will go on YouTube for the specific
Futurama salmon episode.
Okay.
I don't know what season or episode it is.
Okay,
so
got it.
You're gonna have to do that part.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do the hens need to be fucked in order to lay an egg?
See, that's another animal that I know. Like they lay eggs, and some of the eggs have chickens in them. You know.
Yeah, but some of them don't.
Yeah, because an unfertilized egg is what we eat.
Oh, so they pass their eggs like we pass like our menstrual cycle?
Sort of, yeah. But like they eat, it's just what they do. Sometimes they'll just be walking around and they'll drop an egg. Like it just,
that's
I
just
don't
something
really
they
know.
do.
Yeah,
but then
I don't really know why
they have to engage in sexual activity in order to produce an egg with a baby in it.
I don't know. That's another animal that I'm like, they probably don't have sex, you know?
Okay, should we just do a whole episode on that?
I just think that, you know, because maybe they put like A cock, because that's what the male ones are called. A rooster.
A rooster.
Yeah. I just feel like maybe they put him in there and like, I don't know, maybe he has like spores.
Ugh, not a fun guy. Ew, he's a fun guy.
Yeah.
That one.
That cock there is a little fun guy.
Okay. Don't know how. Okay, we're going back to alligators.
Going back to alligators.
So alligators are sporting hard-ons constantly, all the time. They only have one version of their penis, and it is an erect penis.
Someone's in their car like fucking same.
Yeah, and that's cool. Shout out to you, buddy.
Hey, queer niggas they always same.
Hey, ready when...
Okay, tell me.
Girl.
Yeah.
Why did I have to show you I have a video.
Okay,
I don't know if
I obviously want to see it.
There's a restaurant that
This is what you were telling. This was on your list.
This was on my list, and
Yes.
He's really good about that. He was like, "All right, we're here. Get on in there." And it was fucking amazing. In the bathroom, there was like a bunch of people waiting in line. There was only one guy that was working, so he's taking forever, like trying to get orders. And it was a family restroom. Excellent. I can't wait to show you the video. It's so hot because
yeah, I love that.
All over the.
I really.
But
love
it's
that
cool
for
because
you.
it looks like you just wash your hands.
Yeah.
And then it just dripped all over.
Hey, who cares?
I just don't want people to get mad at me. Is this a health hazard?
How would they know?
How would they know?
How would they know?
This is YouTube. I don't know. Come for me, shit. We need to go viral. So back to what the fuck I'm talking about, like
alligator penises. Always erect.
Thank you. Lex got me high before this. Yeah, so they're basically always erect, and if you're wondering why you've never seen an alligator penis, it's because the erect penis hides inside of their cloaca, which is like a little sac that like sits underneath their belly.
Okay.
Like where your penis would be. Cloaca?
Maybe.
Probably.
I don't know.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Cloaca?
I've heard that word before.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it hides in there, and then when it's ready to mate, it shoots out like a frog tongue. Like, that's how I'm imagining in my head. But, like, it shoots out really quickly, and it's pulled back by, like, rubber band-like muscles that are attached to the bottom of the penis.
Okay.
So it basically is like...
Okay.
And then it just goes into hiding.
Hunt for the coochie.
Yeah. But that's all it comes out for. There's no other need for this penis unless it's going in search for the coochie. And I really love that about the animal kingdom. You can constantly find that men are not useful unless they are procreating, and only for that reason. Or else you die. That's it. You procreate or you die.
And then your family line stops there.
Done. You don't deserve it.
Evolution, you're not doing that.
Out. That's my fun fact, y'all.
I love it. Yeah.
Thanks.
That was a great little fun fact segment.
It took us a long time to get through.
It was like we were going, and then it was like, okay. And then it's like, now we're wobbling. Now we're almost falling over. Okay, wait. Got it. Okay, wait. Oh my God. Okay, all right. Now we got it.
Okay, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Finish the race. Good job, everybody.
Yay. Alrighty. If you guys chose to fast forward through the fun fact, you missed out, but here you are. Welcome back. Today we'll be talking about kinks that we should shame, but we don't, because we don't kink shame around here, as long as there's complete consent and safety measures that are in place. Yes. And so in honor of that, I chose to find 3 specific kinks that I thought are the most out there, maybe judged or taboo. Okay. And also unsafe. Okay. And break them down for you guys, and then also give you safe ways to practice these kinks and fetishes with willing and enthusiastic participants.
Yes. Enthusiastic is key word.
It's the key fucking word.
It's really hard for me to like want to do kinky shit to you when you're not enthusiastically like, I want you to do this kinky shit to me. Yeah. I'm like, oh.
Like, I want to shit on your chest, but like only if you really want me to shit on your chest.
All right, we got to scat real quickly there.
Sorry, that's number 2, guys. I apologize for skipping ahead. Okay. So for the first one, we're actually going to do blood play. We're going to talk about blood play because I feel like that one's a smooth entrance. Like, unless you have a fear of blood and then maybe you don't want to talk about this, but I mean, anyway. So there's a lot of ways that you can play with blood, like menstrual sex kind of blood, vampire doctor role play kind of blood. So like the vampire blood you maybe would consume or like play with the blood.
It's like that fake shit that tastes like stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you could do that.
You can get in like a capsule.
Yeah. Yes, and I talk about that later because let's just assume right now that you're using real blood.
Okay.
For all this.
Okay.
Then there's like doctor role play. So like, you know, you're performing injections or like surgery. And then piercing kind of fetishes. So those are all the different kind of fetishes you can have that fall under blood play. And obviously any sexual act involving the use or consumption of blood, human or animal, can be dangerous. Yeah. So it's really popular. I mean, it's really necessary that you do research on all of these things before you get heavily involved in actually trying to like do this on someone or have someone do this.
And obviously
to you.
Get tested.
Yeah, obviously,
and have your partner get tested as well.
Right. So we talk about like the safety in it and all that, but it became popular in the BDSM community to start. And a study done by Dr. Justin Laymiller for his book titled "Tell Me About Your Fantasies," which I want to go and do some research and read about him because it sounds like a very interesting book. But he surveyed about 4,000 people for this book, and 17% of the women, well, out of the people that said they enjoy blood play, 17% were women. And no. Let me rephrase that. Okay. Out of the 4,000 people, 17% of women said they were interested in blood play, and 6% of men said they were interested in blood play, which to me, that's like a really big gap.
I think it's because women menstruate or vaginas menstruate, and like sometimes you be mad horny when you're menstruating, so you still want to have sex then. And of course, most men or penis owners are disgusted by the thought of blood and menstruation when it comes to a vagina in conjunction. So it would make sense. To me, it makes sense that they're like, hell no. Yeah. Men are like, if you're asking men, oh, would you still have sex with your partner on their period? And they're like, fuck no. That blood? Yeah. Period blood? Ew. That's not regular blood.
I'm sure I wonder if they took out like menstrual sex, like if they didn't ask any questions about menstrual sex in terms of blood play, if the ratios would even out, you know? Because I can see that being a big reason why the percentage is different.
Yeah, that's my guess. When it comes to like, most likely when men think of blood and sex, that's probably what they're thinking of is like menstrual sex. Okay. Yeah.
I'm all for beating this coochie up on the red pill for sure.
Hey, I just had an experience. When is it? Like over the week? Yeah, real nice. I didn't realize like I would like the feel of it on my hand as much. Also,
not like, you being in a blood play.
It was just nice. Like it was like
warm, gushy.
Yes. Oh, it was like coochie times 10.
Yeah.
Oh, loved it.
Yeah, I like fucking on my period. Yeah. It's just so like. It's so gushy. Yeah. And you just hear it.
Yes. And she was like, she wasn't, at first she wasn't with it. She was like, I don't know. I'm shy.
Yeah, I get that.
I was like, I got you. But we put a towel down for me.
Yeah.
Because you were also like, I don't care. Yeah. I too do not care. Whip it out.
Yeah.
Whip it out.
Just make sure you put a towel down and wash your face, wash your hands.
Mm-hmm. And she had cotton towel wipes.
Okay, for under your fingers too.
Well, I didn't have these, but she just had the cotton towels just for after.
Okay, yeah, just good cleanup.
Yeah, good cleanup.
I mean, grow
sometimes
up.
You need a wet nap. A little wet nap.
Okay. So other people that might be interested in blood play are like masochists and sadists. Bloodletting, which is like just the idea of cutting open and letting your blood spill out or collecting it. Scarring, intentional scarring. So like making a cut deep enough to last. It's kind of like the bruising fetish that some people have. They just like to see their work on their willing participant. Yeah. And then all of that can be a sign of like ownership and commitment to each other as a dominant and submissive person or relationship.
Yeah, that's why doms. Yeah, that definitely makes sense why doms get upset when. Like that's why like a boundary is usually other people can't bruise you.
Oh yeah,
something like that. I want to see no marks.
It's a commitment and a sign of dominance. Okay, I own you, bitch. or not bitch. So do you have any rules? I'll just take a second real quick. Do you have any rules do you have those kinds of rules? Well, I guess you don't, because she has
she has a dom, and whatever since that's like her main one, whatever is within her boundaries with him is usually what we do.
Okay. Does he allow you to intentionally bruise or scar her?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
But it's also like it's like one, it's rude to it's like etiquette. It's like one of those etiquette things. It's rude to go over another dom's work. Also.
Oh yeah, art. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like that. So if I bruise her, like, he usually won't like add more to it until she's healed up a bit.
Oh wow.
So.
Wow, so interesting, these dynamics.
Yeah.
So all these things can feel very intimate. So that's also something to think about too, which we'll talk about later. Blood play can also be a transcendent experience. Like, I don't know if you've seen this. I kept trying to find the word, like the Japanese word for what it is, but it's like a hook and suspension thing that some like people that are very strongly into blood play, piercing.
Oh, they put the hook through their skin,
exactly.
and then they get suspended by their skin.
Yes, it's really beautiful and so scary. But I used to follow this girl, this person on Instagram. Their name is like Ewok Chia. I tried to find them. They still exist, but I don't know if I'm blocked or if their account is private now. But they were like a really popular Instagram person that would video their process.
They could have gotten banned.
Oh, also, true. Yeah. Or like shadow banned or something. Yeah, totally true. But anyway, it was so interesting because like the process of prepping them for this experience, they would sit with their person that was like doing it, and they would go through like a little ceremony and like cleanse each other. And then they would just like obviously really cleanse the area that was going to be pierced. And like literally one by one, they would just hook in the needle through the skin and put all the hooks in place. And then they would hook them up to like the ceiling in this weird position. And they would just lay there for like however long they could take it. And like you would see them like bleeding and like bruising. And like there used to be like an art installation where they would hang and like people would come in and watch them. And like they described it as like this transcendent experience between like pleasure and pain and like release and surrender, taking you to like euphoria. Yeah. And like, I will never be able to relate.
Yeah, that is so interesting. Very scary. Ooh.
Scary.
Jump scare. But I think I can understand it being like the whole releasing thing. I'm like trying not to imagine it too much in process because it's like gonna make me feel weird. But I will say that it's like really cool, and it definitely takes like a different kind of bitch. Like those bitches are the ones that are built different, like for sure.
You are literally hanging by your flesh. And you're very conscious and aware. And, you know, you talk to
this.
Yes, you consider. And when I tell you, it's like 100 hooks because it like, depending on what position they're in, it goes like all the way up the arms and all the way down, just, and like, this is why you should watch this on YouTube. And like, or if she's laying flat, it will go through like their ribs area and the fatty parts of their sides and their hips. And it's just like, whoa. Jesus. But anyway, that's just one of that's one of the other ways you can play with blood. Wow. Wow, I'm feeling weird. And I'm not even I'm not scared of blood. I'm in healthcare.
I think you're imagining it on your skin, which makes you want to rip your skin off. Definitely. That's how I'm feeling.
Yes, definitely. So now we'll get into the safety because there's obviously a lot of risks involving blood play.
Also, we are not saying to go try this.
No.
If you are not a professional or you are getting this done professionally, because obviously it is something that can be very dangerous, as we have already said. Not promoting anyone to do this, just here to inform.
And just here to inform.
Yes.
Yeah, and entertain.
That's really it.
Truly.
Go ahead, Corey.
Hey, sorry. Okay, lawyer Lex. get these niggas because they be tripping.
They're gonna be like, I heard that on T-Page.
No, you fucking didn't, bitch.
Who said that?
Who said it? Okay, bloodborne pathogens and STIs, permanent scarring, fear accompanying with blood that can cause sudden blood pressure changes. All of these are reasons
I
to.
didn't even think about blood pressure.
That's,
You
oh my
see?
God. When I was doing the research, I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, like obviously if you're bleeding and you get nervous and your body can go into shock, and like that can cause your heart to start beating really fast, which can cause your blood to start, bleeding faster, which can be dangerous. Yeah.
You could, oh my God. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. That's crazy.
So physicians suggest that you should always consider your medical history and your mental history, mental health history before diving into blood play. If you have a history of blood clots, or you're on any blood thinner medications like warfarin or Coumadin, or you have frequent panic attacks or seizures, they recommend that you stay away from blood play, or you have very specific safety measures in place by a trained professional when you do engage in this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Self-harm, because it can also be very triggering for people that have self-harmed in the past. Doing any kind of blood play might reiterate those intrusive thoughts. So always something to consider. I can also make the case that it could be therapeutic for some, if done by a professional in a safe environment to process some of that trauma.
Because sometimes your kinks show up because of things that you've been through.
Right.
So,
exactly. So we have to have space for those people too.
Yeah.
And then also be a good communicator.
Yeah.
Because no matter what role you take during this activity, it's important to be able to communicate effectively and be firm in the boundaries that you do have, and when you're ready to walk away or stop or, all that stuff.
Safe words, consent.
Yeah.
Communication, all of those things.
Yes. How to practice safely. Consent would be the first step. I tried to do this in order. Consent would be the first step. It's always required. So make sure that the person that you want to bleed on also wants to get bled on, and that, or vice versa. The second would be training. It's obviously not required, but it's very recommended for you to go to a trained professional and have them do it on you first, or have them do it on the person that wants to be done on, so that you can see the best way and the safest way to get it done. If you don't have access to that, because we don't all have access to DOMs and training and all that stuff, do some basic research on YouTube.
I feel like the DOMs and training.
DOMs and training, like I do.
DOMs and training.
Like,
okay.
if you don't have access to DOMs and training, I need to enunciate, Tanya. 1 second. All right, sorry. It's always strongly recommended to just do some research. So you can go on YouTube. You can go on TikTok probably and find out information. It's probably super coded. And so for that reason, I would not. But that's a good place to start. Maybe they could probably point out some better resources.
Yeah.
I included FetLife and Reddit on there too, because they have great.
FetLife is a really, really, really good source for like people in the community that have like niche kinks, or just have like, even just, mainstream kinks or anything like that, because it's people that are extremely open. Like, that's the point of the website, is to go on there. And, most cities, like Dallas has their own, DFW has their own like kink group, because it's worldwide. And so, even when you're traveling and when you're doing stuff, you can even just look up a group on FetLife, see what they have going on. That's how you can also find events and classes and swingers clubs and just other people. You can even post your own stuff on there. I don't know. I think FetLife is really useful, but maybe it's also just the area we're in. It's just very saturated with white people.
Yeah.
But I will say, recently, I have definitely been getting a lot more friend requests and messages from like
Black individuals.
Black people. Yes.
Okay, love that.
But I also, like, white people message me and they'll be like, what can I do? And I'll be like, be Black. And they're like, oh.
Can't do that.
Yeah. And they'll be like, well,
bye.
I'd love the opportunity. And I'll be like, cool.
You'll never get
And then I just archive the message.
Under what circumstance would you accept any white client?
Where's my tribute?
Yeah, that should be they should come wanting to give.
Where's the tribute at?
Yeah, for sure.
Where's the tribute at? Especially if you're a white, where's the tribute at? Where is it?
Yeah, facts.
Otherwise, I don't give a fuck.
Facts. Okay, yes. Sorry. I kind of got distracted by your boobs.
Oh.
Okay. How to practice safely. We talked about consent. The next stop would be doing some research and some training. The next stop would be the full STI panel to rule out any blood-borne diseases like HIV and hepatitis B.
Absolutely.
Then it would be making sure that all of your devices and instruments are sterilized. Any skin around the site of injection and puncture are also sterilized. You're using gloves. And then the last part would be having a cleanup plan.
Yeah.
So like have everything close by and ready before you begin to dive into that. So like any Band-Aids, wipes, alcohol peroxide, a plan to get to a hospital if it's really that fucking deep, you know, water, like simple shit like that will really make your life easier in case something goes wrong. Or whenever either one of you are quickly ready to stop, you can stop, you know, effectively.
Yeah. Just like when you tie someone up, you should have scissors.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was blood play. So if you are interested in blood play, and also a good suggestion would be, like Lex said at the beginning, to start off with some fake blood.
Yeah.
I even saw on this website that some people use wine, which I thought was kind of hot.
Okay.
Because like
getting a little tipsy.
Get a little tipsy while you get a little freaky.
Okay. First thing I thought, this was my visual when you said wine, was like I'm like mouth open under cooch, right?
Yeah.
You or person pouring wine between boobs, down body, off the cooch.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought of too. Like
That's
somebody like pouring wine all over your body.
Yeah.
And like, oh, just...
I'll drink from the fountain. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, that sounds so hot. Do that, y'all. That's how you start it off. Do the wine, then move on to the fake blood.
Get that Halloween fake blood shit.
Yes. And
those,
then
like capsules.
the capsule that you can break off in your mouth, or maybe you can break it off in your coochie or something. I don't know. Don't put that shit in your coochie. Don't put that shit in your coochie. Don't put that shit in your coochie. It's just cornstarch, but don't put that shit in your coochie.
Yeah. Maybe like around it, you know.
Yeah.
They can give you a bite like right.
Yeah.
Okay, that would
you getting some ideas?
I'm getting a vampire fantasy idea currently.
Okay, I know you got a little ghoul bitch in your phone trying to do that shit.
I actually don't. Courtney assumes that I have more hoes. Like Courtney's always like, I told her everybody's fired. There's one person in the office right now.
And they're doing well.
They're doing well because, you know, even the janitor that we referred to, you know, he's...
Old Reliable is tapping the fuck out.
Because there's no reliability now.
It's all love, though.
It's all love. Always all love. It's always all love.
So that was blood play, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed.
He left his key outside, so he locked out right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay, but blood play, we did enjoy it. We did enjoy it. You did great, Court.
Thank you. So the next one is what everybody wants to talk about: coprophilia, which is the sexual arousal to feces and defecation. And y'all, I'm sure that there's some black people, and I'm sure that there's some black femmes that are into this shit. So we don't kink shame. We provide information to do it safely, and as long as there's consent, bitch, and like a lot of like clean up. Do you, bitch? I'm
just saying, I don't want to be on board with it. I would prefer not to be asked to do it. I don't want to be in the room while it's... I'm just not a fan. For me, I can't sexualize it. But for someone else, I get it. And we here for you, bitch. But I'm just not participating.
Yeah, so sexual arousal to feces and defecation. This can include watching people poop. It can include smearing poop. It can include eating poop. Research shows that this fetish can come from our evolutionary history as primates. Okay. Because in the animal kingdom, feces can be used to mark territory. It's in part of some mating rituals. And also some animals used to like consume it because they could gather necessary vitamins and nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Okay. So they would eat their like other animals' feces to like try to, you know, get that. So maybe it has something to do in your mind with like what you used to do like a million years ago. You never fucking know.
It's your ancestors just like your Oonga Booga ones.
Ooh, the Oonga Boonga ones, bitch. Yeah, they're coming out real hard in you. But also, you know, there's illustrations of ancient Greek orgies depicting people pooping into clay pots. What is the poop being used for the orgies? Maybe it was just used because people didn't want to leave the orgies. Because I heard that these orgies would go on for like days.
Yeah.
So
maybe you're walking through the courtyard on your way to work, and it's like, oh,
they're still going.
There's Persephone and Zeus getting it on over there.
Can y'all tone it down? It's fucking Tuesday. So maybe they're just shitting in pots because they didn't want to leave the orgy. Yeah. Who knows?
Don't want to miss out. FOMO.
So obviously we all know what shit is and like how terrible it can be. But how can we practice this safely? Use your own feces. That's the first tip for you guys.
Okay.
Using your personal feces instead of someone else's is slightly more safe as it minimizes the cross-contamination of bacteria. Because obviously if it's coming out your body, it was in your body. So it's a little bit safer. It's not great, but I learned doing research on this topic that you can actually eat your own shit and it's only mildly toxic. Like you won't automatically get sepsis and die. Like you will probably just have like food poisoning symptoms. Okay. But like you don't fucking die from eating your own shit. Okay. It's like animal shit that has weird shit like being in water that's contaminated and has grown bacteria that like is not native to the human body type shit that gets you like sepsis and dying level of shit. So also think about that. Minimize direct contact with the poop, whether it's your poop or somebody else's poop. Okay. So if you enjoy being defecated on, use saran wrap over the body parts that will be exposed to the feces. So if you want a hot girl to squat over your chest, put some saran wrap on your chest and let them, because you'll still feel the heat, you'll still get the smell, you'll still see it, it'll still be clear on your body, but it won't seep in to that area. So if you want them to shit on your face, you can also do that. Sorry guys,
I know she's just informing. I don't know if
I'll put a disclaimer on this one.
Yeah, I don't know if there are some people who have skipped through this part because if I were just listening for funsies, I'd probably
I'd like turn the volume down for just a second and then turn it back up. Turn it back up.
But maybe put a tarp down over the floor or your bed or wherever, also to keep your area nice and clean.
Absolutely. Maintain good hygiene by quickly cleaning and sanitizing the areas that have been around the feces. So like you said, if you use a tarp, that's really easy cleanup because you just roll up the tarp and clean that off somewhere designated, like maybe hose it down in the back or take it to the garage if you live in an apartment. Gotta have a scat mat. You better trademark it because it's out there now, bitch. You better write that shit down. Get on it. Talk to the comptroller or whoever controls the businesses.
Okay, got it.
Okay, that's great. Sanitize the areas. So wipe down the table if you guys are laying on a table, even if it has the scat mat. Wipe down the table. Yeah. Wipe your ass afterwards. Wipe your face. Take a shower. Just make sure that the area is clean because, wow, craziness. Of course,
just think about it. Your local Starbucks barista could be going home and just booty pop, 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 pop with his partner. That's crazy.
And do. And then wake up in the morning and give you your coffee.
Your caramel macchiato.
There it is, bitch. Obviously, this fetish opens you up to some dangerous infections and bacteria. And again, you can get HIV and hepatitis B from poop because there's blood in feces. And it also makes it easy for transmission, for that. Yeah. I think that's honestly covering feces. Just don't eat it, I would say, unless it's your own. That would be my biggest tip.
The biggest disclaimer.
Yeah, is don't eat it unless it's
clean up.
Yeah. Yeah, and then clean up. Definitely. Wash your hands and shit. Yeah. Y'all are nasty. I don't know.
Says the one who just sat here telling us what you can do with poop. Y'all are nasty.
That's how I ended it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Perfect. Okay, what's our next one?
The last one we're going to talk about today may not interest any of you guys, but I feel like we have a little witchy listeners that might be interested in this one.
Ooh, tell me.
Spectrophilia.
Ooh.
Which I think we discussed this already, but
cool.
It's the idea, like, or the fetish of having sex with like otherworldly spirits. or like ghosts.
Okay, yeah,
and things
okay.
like that. I
Yeah.
feel like because we
Like
did an
that scary,
episode,
like that scary movie scene. When
yeah,
she's,
literally like the scary movie.
Kinky's
scene.
my middle name, bitch.
Okay, yeah, she
that
getting
one.
fucked like
She was
against the wall
yeah,
by this
upside
nigga.
down on the ceiling.
Damn, she was really good
getting
for her.
She was getting really railed.
Yeah, good for her. That's a great
Yeah.
scene. Exactly that.
Okay.
So that's obviously the attraction to ghosts. I think I did talk about it when we had the episode on kinks and fetishes a while back.
Oh,
that was one of our first episodes.
But you also had an experience
Yes,
that
I
like
did
that as well.
And that's what prompted me to add this one because I said I have
Yeah.
personal experience. So if you are just tuning in and you haven't listened to the kinks and fetishes episode, you can go back and listen to it, but I'll say it again because I'm, no shame in my game.
Yeah, bitch.
We do not kink shame here.
Obviously, we just
When I was 19, I was so in love with this person that I just really should not have been in love with. Like, he was not dating me. We went on like a few dates and they were cool, but I was just so in love with him on the side. And he just like randomly stopped talking to me for like a few days. And I was so sad. And I was like, I just can't believe it because we had such a great time.
Yeah.
And like, he was not responding to my text. So I thought he died, you guys. Like, I literally thought he died. And one day when I was thinking about him, I felt his presence around me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, is this him? And I literally, guys, I had sex with a ghost. Like, I was masturbating, but I could feel like him there. He was so nice. Like, let me just say,
he was great.
he was great in bed.
Fabulous lover.
He was so sweet to me, like gentle, but like rough, kind of like I like it. But at the end of it, like a little, like maybe a few days later, I found out he was not in fact dead. Which came as a shock to me.
He was
because
astral projecting. What do you mean?
I hope so, bitch. Because I think about that a lot. And I'm like, I don't know who I was having sex with, but I honestly really hope that
You just rocked Casper's world.
yeah, I hope that he was a good person, and I hope that he enjoyed himself as much as I enjoyed myself, and I hope that he's nowhere around me. I've cleansed myself since then. I cleansed my pussy since then, so I'm not scared that I have some
Coochie
like
clean,
Evil Dead
energy is clean.
Yeah, like I'm good.
Yeah.
Don't put that on me, you bitches.
Yeah.
But that's my experience with having sex with ghosts. But I also have some tips for you guys. I'm no medium, so do your research, oh my God, before you want to get down with the fucking ghost, okay?
Oh, wow.
And the first tip I have is to look up the person you want to have sex with. Like, don't just invite a ghost into your being or your space. I would go into that nether realm.
Oh my God, not the obituary boyfriend hunting.
Girl.
Oh my
You literally
God.
read my mind because I'm like, you need to find somebody that is already dead.
Or kill them. No, don't kill them yourself. Don't. Get somebody
Shut it down. I thought you were the lawyer today. Come on, bitch. So find somebody that is already dead.
Yeah.
Make sure you find their exact name. Then do research on that person. Find out if they were a good person. Find out if you want them in your space. Because once you open these kinds of portals, you just never fucking know. We're about to watch the second Evil Dead, and that's exactly what happened to this bitch. Okay? So, like, make sure you know who this person is and that it's a good spirit that you're welcoming in. That's tip number 1. And tip number 2 is to have a good time. Don't take life too seriously.
Yeah.
They probably have a lot of great tips too because they can see other people having sex in all the other universes.
Wow. Oh my God. You know what I'm thinking of? What if somebody's fucking the ghost of Whitney Houston?
Good for them.
Like, I'm just thinking about that. Like,
It's probably the healthiest version of her. You know?
like, I don't know. Michael Jackson could be like,
Probably. I feel like everybody's done it with everybody in the afterworld because you have eternity on your hands.
That's why in Big Mouth, whenever they have like the celebrity ghost orgies, I always think it's really funny.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for those times.
Yeah.
I know they're going to be so fun.
Just being a ghost and fucking.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then watching other people fucking like the real world.
And like fucking next to them.
Yeah,
Or like right on top of them. And
Technically,
they don't know.
maybe every experience is a ghost orgy because there's probably just ghosts having sex around us all the time.
Maybe like when you feel like you're like levitating in those moments, it's actually like
they're picking you up.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I have questions for the girls
Yes.
today. The first one would be, do you have a kink that you consider to be taboo or dangerous that you participate in or want to try?
I got blindfolded over the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Ugh, love that
And
shit.
I wish I would have known before because like wish I would have known that this was a utensil that was being used because I thought it was ice, but there was a knife involved. But I just wish I would have been aware because I feel like that would have made it like even like.
What made them get that
Because
and
I
not
said
tell
that.
you? Oh, they knew.
No, because I've said that like that is something that I've wanted, but like I don't know. I trusted them.
Yeah, of course.
Not to like do anything
Yeah.
crazy and to stay within my boundaries, and they did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but then whenever they took the blindfold off, they were like, she was like, what did you think this was? And I was like, I just thought it was ice. And she was like, I had a knife to your throat and you thought it was ice? And I was like, yeah, I thought
Glad
it was
you didn't
nice.
like move. Oh my God, that's
I was
so
like,
crazy.
I thought it was nice. Yeah. She was
Sorry.
like, you're so interesting. I was like,
Wow. Did she enjoy that?
yeah, she was
That's
like,
cool.
She was just like, it was just nice that you just trusted me to do that. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, next time you could do it without the blindfold too, you know?
Wow. Oh my gosh. That knife play is like borderline blood play a little bit.
It was
Hell
really
yeah.
nice.
I love that.
The feeling of like the tip of it.
Yeah.
Like, right
the fact
here,
that you,
the feeling of the tip of it, like.
the fact that you're telling me that you thought it was ice makes me like think about exactly like how sharp and chilly it must have been. That's really intense. And I love that for you.
I liked it.
Wow.
It was nice.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, which of these 3 kinks that I mentioned would you be the most interested to try?
What was the first one?
Blood play, scat play,
Scat is nowhere on my list.
Or ghost play.
But I definitely would be interested in like, especially after like having a menstrual blood kind of thing. I think I definitely would be like interested in that. But probably like a ghost too. But I'm scared of ghosts.
Yeah, rightfully so.
You
They
don't
can
know
be
because
scary.
like can't ghosts possess other ghosts?
Yeah. Oh, not Charmed.
Like I don't know. I'm thinking about all the shows I've seen. Like
my
can't
God.
they like touch them and like if it's a more powerful one, it's like
I don't.
double possession.
I said I'm no medium. I have no idea. Y'all play with caution. Lex is more tips for you guys.
You gotta go to a professional because
Yeah.
that would be my first question. Can my ghost be possessed by other ghosts?
Yeah,
if the
Google it.
answer is not a hard no, count me out.
Don't do it.
Count me out.
Okay. My next question would be: if you were to want to have sex with any ghost, any celebrity ghost, who would your celebrity ghost pick be?
Oh my God! Now there's so many dead celebrities, guys. I don't know.
It can be or a historical figure. It could be a person in power, a political figure in power. It could be an assassin. It could be a dictator.
You know what? And I mean this like I don't know if I mean this seriously, but I was thinking like whoever invented bread. But then also I was like, Betty White is like as old as bread, and like
It would definitely be like what version of Betty White?
like the like young hot version of Betty White.
Give me an age.
Like fucking 25.
Okay.
Oh, Courtney's gonna look it up.
I gotta look it up.
I can't think like what other dead celebrities are coming to mind. I would also Whitney Houston, absolutely. I just feel like I would be so like I don't know. That just seemed like it'd be fun. Yeah.
I think I would have sex with Tupac, but I don't know if he eats pussy. Like I don't know if he would eat pussy. That's
he
50-50.
seems like a hotep, you know, where they talk about it and they're like, I saved that for my wife.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoever I'm gonna, all that shit.
Or Selena. Ooh, yeah. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Yeah, I think I would choose Tupac and Selena would be my choices.
Yeah,
or Michael Jackson in like the Thriller era.
Yeah, I can see that. I would need someone to give me a list of dead celebrities to make better choices.
Okay, understandable.
Because I can't, I'm like, who's died? All the people all the celebrities that I want to fuck are all very much alive.
I feel you.
I would astral project to them if that was possible.
Okay, we could do that.
Yeah.
What's the celebrity you would fuck that's alive?
Ari Lennox.
Oof, yes.
Who else? There's actually a really long list. Doechii.
Oof, yes.
Bree Runway. Oh, hello. Lizzo. Oh my God. Oh my God, there's a new. I just started the Black Lady Sketch Show new season.
Yes.
They're the third. I don't remember her name.
The new one. Yeah.
The third woman who comes up. She came up on the screen, and I stopped everything I was doing. I was like, "Who is that? Who is she? Where did she come from? What's her Instagram handle?"
Did you follow her and everything?
I need to go find her, but I literally was like, every time she came on screen, I was like, "This woman is so beautiful. Oh my God." So her. Yeah, she's at the top of my list right now.
You and your chocolate femmes.
I just love them. And a thickie, too.
Betty White at 25 is fucking mid. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I was just thinking about bread. And I was like, who's dead? And like...
Okay, like...
I don't know.
I love how we're connecting these
because, they used to be like, Betty White, she's older than
bread. Than sliced bread.
Yeah.
My last question for you, Lex, is... How much would it cost you? And I'm going to give you price ranges because, bitch, I don't want you to say like $1 million because it's just like, well, actually, people I'm sure would pay $1 million for it.
They probably would if they really wanted to.
How much would it cost for you to shit on someone else's chest? Like, let's say it's like some like super rich man and he just called you and was like, Lex, you're so beautiful and your butt it would look so good stretched out over my chest.
Okay.
What do you need me to pay you? I can offer you $50,000.
That I would say yes to, because that's Courtney. That was the literal number I was thinking in my head.
As the minimum. Okay, so okay.
But I'm not saying as the minimum. I'm just saying.
Oh, as the number that popped in your head.
That was
like
the
what
you
would say.
Yeah.
Because to me that seems reasonable for like someone if they're as powerful as they seem.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable, but also worth it for you. Like.
Yeah.
Okay, what about $8,000? No tax. You just get the full 8 in cash right then. Okay. How much would it be for them to shit on your chest?
Oh, there's no number.
40,000 in cash. It's sitting right next to the shit. I mean, well, right next to the person that's doing the shit. So like he'll be laying down, or you'll be laying down. The money's right next to you. And it's a pretty femme. It's a black woman.
Oh. Yeah.
40,000.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a white man.
Oh no. I'm gonna cry the whole time.
That's okay. He likes that too.
No! That feels racist.
It is very racist. Everything's racist.
Then I'm just not gonna do that. If it's a white man, it's a no altogether.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It would have to be like $1 million. Like it'd have to be like a ridiculous number for me to let a white person do that to me.
I would just say it has to be a life-changing amount of money for me. And I think a life-changing amount of money right now would be like
100K.
Like $250K so that I could pay off all my loans and then set myself up like investment-wise to use that money in the future. I don't think 100K would do that in this economy, honestly. It's like barely enough to live for like 2 years if you think about it. Anyway. Yeah, that's all my questions that I have for you guys today. If you are considering doing any of these kinks or fetishes, please do so with somebody that is 100% consenting and that you do your own research and don't just go off of what I said. Because like I did a really comprehensive outline for you guys, but there's a lot of details that I might have missed as far as safety. And like you can also find tips on like devices that you can use, ways to make it hotter. I'm sure there's like fake shit out there for you to order too.
There most likely is. Absolutely.
So just do your research and yeah. Do you have anything else to say, boo?
No.
Okay. Well, we know where you can. You know where you can
find us.
Yes.
Yeah.
On Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. At all your pleasures.
We'll be in NYC when this drops, though.
Yes, we will be in NYC when this drops on Wednesday. So if you live in that area, message us on the podcast Instagram at allyourpleasures_. Let us know where we should go. Maybe you could beat us out. I don't know, girl. Hit us up. We'll see. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. So we love you and talk to you later. Bye. Hush, hush, baby.